Hello, my name is Vicki. I will be your guide in this video. Patients not only rely on Edwards staff to take care of them, but also to keep their health information private and secure. As we change over from paper records to electronic records, access to data becomes easier and more widespread. That's a good thing for most of us, but keeping the data in only the right hands becomes more challenging. Edward depends on you to look out for and report possible privacy or security concerns. That's why it is so important that you watch and understand this video. Federal and state government can hand down tough penalties and even jail time if existing privacy and security rules are not followed. This video will show you how to recognize unacceptable or suspicious events and what you should do when they happen. Your role is to follow along and understand the main points. Meet Steve. Steve is a new employee at Edward. He begins his day by checking his email messages. In one of the emails, Steve was asked by a billing company for last week's medical charges. Steve promptly responds and attaches a report containing a list of patient names with dates and procedure codes. What Steve did is a violation of Edward's security policy as well as the federal HIPAA security rule. Steve should have referred to Edward's intranet or contacted the ISS help desk to obtain the proper procedure on sending PHI securely. Sending a secure email is easy and only takes a short time. So, what is considered PHI? Protected Health Information, or PHI, is a combination of two things. They are identifiers and a patient's healthcare treatment, payment, or condition information. Examples of identifiers include patient's name, account numbers, social security number, and date of birth. Examples of healthcare treatment, payment, or condition information include billing information, procedure codes, and patient status reports. Any electronic record that contains both types of information is considered PHI. As Steve finishes his email, he's ready for a coffee break and leaves his area without exiting his computing session. This opens his computer to others, and someone can take advantage of this opportunity to access sensitive information. What Steve did was a violation of Edward's security policy. He should have secured his computer by closing or exiting his computing session to prevent others from using his computer while he is away. Upon returning to his area with fresh coffee, Steve notices that someone had left behind a laptop and a USB flash drive. In order to look up the owner of those devices, Steve powers up the laptop and plugs the USB drive into his computer. What Steve did was a violation of Edward's security policy. He should avoid connecting any non-Edward approved devices to the network and steer clear of using any non-Edward approved storage drives. These devices might contain malware and viruses on them and could cause major damage to Edward's computer environment. Steve should have immediately reported the lost devices to the ISS help desk or to his manager. It's been a busy morning for Steve, and he's now ready for lunch. While Steve is waiting on his food order, he sees an old high school friend, Jeff. He approaches and spends a few moments catching up and hears that Jeff was scheduled for an outpatient procedure. Steve decides to share this bit of news on Facebook. What Steve did is a violation of Edward's security policy as well as the federal HIPAA privacy rule. Steve should not release any PHI about his friends, family, or neighbor's hospital visit. Always use your best judgment when posting on social media sites such as Facebook and Twitter. As Steve finishes his workday and readies to head home, he saw that there were some printouts containing lab results that were no longer needed. Steve picks them up and throws them out in the regular trash bin. What Steve did is a violation of Edward's security policy as well as the federal HIPAA privacy rule. PHI ending up in the trash can can be picked up by the wrong person who is looking to sell this information. Steve should have located and thrown away the documents containing PHI in the secure shred bins located throughout Edward. Now let's review a few important points from the video. Protected Health Information, or PHI, is made up of a combination of two things. They are identifiers and patient's healthcare treatment, payment, or condition information. Any electronic record that contains both types of information is considered PHI. Neither identifiers or treatment or payment or condition information alone is considered PHI. To keep PHI private and secure, protect PHI transmitted electronically, like when you are using email or file transfer, by making it secure. Refer to the Edward intranet or the ISS help desk to obtain the proper procedure in transmitting PHI securely. Either close or exit from your computing session when leaving it behind. Report lost or stolen devices immediately to the ISS help desk or your manager. Avoid using any unknown or non-Edward approved equipment such as laptops or USB drives. Use your best judgment when posting on social media sites such as Facebook and Twitter to prevent accidental release of PHI. Do not place or store any PHI on non-Edward approved websites or outside services. Examples include calendars, storage, or other communication services offered by Google, Apple, Yahoo, Dropbox, and others. And finally, PHI must be properly destroyed. To get rid of PHI stored in traditional ways like paper or labels, dispose of them by using the secure shred bins located nearby. For PHI that is stored electronically on devices such as PCs, USB drives, memory cards, CDs, or any other electronic devices, contact the ISS Help Desk for proper disposal. If you have questions or concerns, contact your manager or call the ISS Help Desk at extension 73346. You can also get more information on protecting PHI by visiting the ISS security page on Edwards intranet.